Hey guys, so this morning on the farm, on the homestead, there was a bit of a crisis point. Not a major crisis, but it is apparent that I've been digging fence post holes and my hands are wobbly. We need to move the sheep. We need to get them back to the pasture. We need to finish the channel because we can't run the babies to the back pasture until the channel is finished. So, since the tractor won't start, so I'm doing it by hand with the auger. This stretch here along this fence here is going to be 4 posts. I'm going to try and get that done today so that we can get the wire up maybe tonight. And then down there we need to build another crib, and then we actually have most of the posts and T-posts in, and then we just have to finish the gate down there, and then the channel will be done. I will admit, I think that we sort of procrastinated. The tractor wasn't working. It hasn't started for 2 weeks on us. We are not mechanically savvy. We could have dug these by hand before. We just kind of didn't. We let the tractor be our excuse not to do it. So now it's come to the point that we have to do it. This morning, the sheep were blatting and blatting and blatting. Hay was not making them happy. Beet pulp was not making them happy. They have been out on the lambing or nursery pasture, I guess you would call it, and have been happy. But now that everybody's out there, and of course it's not even half an acre, and it's not the best grass anyways, they're done. They've eaten what they want to eat, and they want to move. And you know, the thing is, back at the back, I'll take you back there in a second here, the pasture is looking amazing. Actually, let's go back there right now. So as I was mentioning, right here is where we need another crib. This is the old entrance to the pit. It is stones and stones and more stones. As you can see in the walkway here, we've got stones. This is not happening. We've tried to dig this with the auger. It does not work. So we need another crib here and a T-post here. But otherwise, everything else is in for this stretch, including the T-posts. Might have to come and mow that grass there just to get the fence in. But I'll take you guys on a little tour because I'm taking a break. It was not the best morning. Rough start, I guess. And to top it all off, it's 32 degrees today. So we are in the full swing of what feels like midsummer. But you can see back here, this is pasture 1, and we're actually going to forego pasture 1 for the first bit with the, you can see the horses over there. Nikki just saw me. This here is our other section. You can see we've got our post there. Then we're going to have a T-post, and then a wood post, and then a brace to our gate post. And then there'll be a 12-foot gate here, which we actually have the wood and the panel to make that gate. And then that gate will swing hinged on that to come across the channel. So when we put the cows out, they're going to go that way. When the sheep are out, that gate would be closed and the channel would be open for them to run down. Pasture 1 is looking fantastic. I mean, for our small flock, this acre here should last them. Well, we're going to still do the rotation between pasture 1 and 2. Ideally, we'd like to get pasture, well, it's actually pasture 5 behind me here. We would like to get this fenced. It just depends how things go. Like I said, we have all the material. It's just time. And I still have to, you can see here, I still have to come and attach all this wire to the T-posts. Oh, there's my other horse. Here's Bucky. Coming back to stand in a little bit of shade while I finish this chit chat with you guys. But yeah, it was, we know it. We know better. We've had the sheep now for, this will be 6 years. And every spring it's the same thing. They smell that nice grass. They don't want the hay. And we're always late. We're always late getting them to the grass. So hopefully we can get this happening between today and tomorrow. Chris is supposed to have Friday off as well. It is supposed to be really, really hot the next few days. But if we could just get the sheep moved, it would alleviate so much. We do need to move the cows too. but they actually are content at the moment. They're odd because they actually love being in the barn most of the day. They just sleep. We don't let them out now until about noon, and then they kind of graze their little pasture there for 7 or 8 hours, and then we bring them back in at around 8 o'clock, and they're loving the routine of that. The pigs are happy. We have them now on the pasture that they wanted. There was a minor meltdown on that as well because, Kuni-Kunis are supposed to be pasture pigs, and they didn't want to even go out on the pasture. They just wanted pellets. But I think after the whole winter of feeding them that way, it was very hard to convince them that it was worth the exercise and effort to head out to the pasture. It seemed like a very, very long walk for them. But so we opened up the pasture closer to the barn to get them started, and they are loving that. They've got their pool back, so they're happy. Maybe I'll try and get a clip of that later on today. For today, I'm just going to kind of document how we're going with this and keep you posted. Just kind of, not everything is always roses and butterflies on the homestead. This morning, a water bucket did take the brunt of some of the upset, and it just felt a little bit like things were moving backwards instead of forwards. But that also gave us the kick in the butt, gave me the kick in the butt. Chris has to work 9 to 5 every day as well. So, but it gave me the kick in the butt to remind myself that I could do this project, at least getting all the posts and everything ready by myself. I think somebody might be starting to get too big for the pool, Pepper. Hey? Well, the others, I think they want some time in the pool. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to get a bigger pool. Is it hot today? Yeah, it's hot today, yeah. I know, it's so hot. Oh, Peppy. You're making a mess. Daisy is doing fantastic. Figured we should do an update since we haven't really said anything about her since she arrived on Sunday. Hey, girl? Hey? She's a little sweetheart. Anyways, when the kids get home, they'll be glad to see that she is in her stall outside. We moved her out of the barn, not yesterday, I guess it was the day before, because she was in a real open, airy barn when we got her, and I think that she's enjoying this a little bit more. She talks a little bit more in here, but that's probably because she can hear right next door here, cleaning up the farmyard, are our two girls. So I'm sure she can hear them occasionally. And to the other side of her over here are the sheep and all the lambs who are constantly talking. So she has lots of people, lots of animals to talk to anyways. I had 2 posts down at this end that had to be done. Got them done, 3 feet deep, so a little over 3 feet actually, which is pretty good. And then we need 2 T-posts in this section, so that was okay. And then I have a post right there that I've got dug. No problem at all. So realistically, the fence can go up on the pen itself. And we're going to put a little 5-foot gate here for the sheep to enter and exit, or horses or whatever. And then what we were doing was, I'll show you here, this post in here, we were doing a 4-foot walk-through gate and then a 10-foot drive-through gate. Well, this is on an old roadway for the quarry, or pit, sand pit, and it is hard. I mean, I tried, I was chiseling in there. So I am going to come back to this with a crowbar and kind of hammer it in and see if I can break it up enough to get down there. It'll go. I may just have to pour water or something in it. It's not rocks. It's just really, really compacted after years and years of being drove on. So not unhappy with the progress on this particular pen. As you can see here, this pen will end up going all the way up. We're going to take down this fence here, and then it will be all the way up in there to the trees and then come back down that side. So it will be a decent size, probably almost similar to what they have right now with the babies. Look at that. The apple trees are in full swing. The bees are out. Just beautiful. Sometimes there's some moments on the farm that are just amazing. If you could smell what it smells like. We've got probably 40 apple trees in this pasture. Pasture 1 and Pasture 2 all blossoming out right now. It's beautiful. We do need to get the horses moved though. Their pasture on the other side of that fence is not looking so lush. But that's this weekend's plans. Hopefully, weather cooperates and supplies cooperate and it comes to fruition. And the second part to this channel that needed to be done was these 2 holes right here. 1, 2, and as you can see, I've already got the post in the one. That's the one for our gate. And then the one that I'm working on right now is our brace post. So we'll have rails between those 2 before we pull the wire down here. I'll try and go slowly. And down to the channel past where it's shady to our gate to the food forest. All in all, I'm pleased with myself. It's been a hot day. I think it's 32 today, 29 and then 32 with the humidex or whatever. Definitely not prepared for that. It has been quite cool, and then we get to this kind of summer weather and go, oh, now we've got to do everything in the heat and bugs as well. The other thing that we were not thinking was, well, we were worrying was going to happen is that the ground is dry. So we're not even sure if the tractor auger would do this. It is like you've got to chisel at it to get it to come up out of those holes. So we may be only getting done what we get done. Thank goodness for the cows. The step stakes work, so we will still be able to fence for them. But we're going to try and keep going for the sheep. We would really, really, really like to get another big pasture done so that we've got some more space for them over the summer. And then obviously, same as last year, come fall, we will soldier on. But anyway, I just thought I would share what we got done today. It's now time for the kids to get home and chores and potentially a nice little relaxing evening since it's kind of felt like a busy day. And I know it really hasn't. That's the scary part. But I do hope to keep working on this tomorrow and have everything up and sorted out by Friday. So watch this space. We'll see if that actually happens. Anyways, have a great day.